A tour of what it looks like once you step inside the Radiant Woman Collective. So, when you get in here, you'll see there is this navigation on the left that helps you know exactly where you need to go. The first thing that I recommend is start where it says start here. And you'll get an email with a link to this as well. So, once you watch the welcome video, it'll walk you through how to use everything on this network and this community. The first thing that you really want to do is schedule your metabolic jumpstart session. So you'll just click there, you'll find a time that works for you. And then once you find a time that works for you and you have that scheduled, you'll be prompted to fill out an initial form. Just so I can have some good background information about what's going on for you. And once you do that, then we can really start putting together a plan with something that's going to really work for you, that feels good for you, that has all the steps laid out. If there's specific foods or supplements and all that, we will go over all of that in your session. And then once you do that, it's kind of up to you what other education, what other support you want. So included in this is also my signature method called the Body Breakthrough Blueprint. And this section is designed for you to go through on your own time. And what's here is some videos and some different PDFs and all of the recipes. And this will also take you through step by step so you can learn what's going on in your body, so you can feel really empowered, so you can learn to start trusting and, trusting and knowing and feeling like you have some control. So, there's a whole section on making sustainable change and some mindset. There's a section on nourishing your body. This is how you learn to eat in a way that supports your hormones and metabolism. When you go through these, there will be videos, as well as some of them also have PDFs. And if you click on those, then there's some additional resources that you can kind of take with you. So that's kind of how those videos look. And this, some people, this will just be a nice little refresher and you will be able to get through this quickly. I recommend just taking your time, going through one video at a time and taking what you need from there and making one change at a time. There's also a whole section on stress as well, because it is really, really important. So that is the on-demand library, the Body Breakthrough Blueprint method that I've used with all my clients for many years. The other section is the upcoming workshops. So every month we are going to have at least a few workshops, as well as additional time for some coaching and question Q&A that goes on through Zoom. And so we'll have a couple of these scheduled every single month. And if you want to join, you just click on those and you can go ahead and, get added into your calendar, get the Zoom link, all of that. Kind of see what they're about here. And depending on when you come in, these workshops are all going to be different. And then if you can't make the workshops, all of the workshops will also be hosted on demand. Obviously, this is just launching, so there's no on-demand workshops, but this will have any past workshop will be on here. So you can also dive into anything that you feel like you want a deeper understanding on. And then as you go through, if you're watching workshops or if you go through, this on-demand library and, after your session, there is also additional support through me, and you can do this in a few ways. So there's a questions and support feature. This is a feed, very much like a social media feed, and you can talk about, hey, I have these big wins, or this is something that I've learned about myself, or, maybe this is what I'm struggling with, and this is how I can support you. And also if it's something that may also help the other members of the community, it may help them as well. This is a great place to share and get support, but if you want to be a little bit more private, if it's something that you don't want to share on a feed, that's totally fine. There's also a chat feature. This is similar to just like a DM, PM, personal direct message kind of feature. And this is where you can just hit me up anytime and, ask me questions. If you're like, hey, I've reached this, these are the wins, I feel really good, what's my next step? I can talk about it here. If you're like, hey, what video should I watch? What do you think is best for me? This is where we will have an ongoing conversation and you'll have ongoing support as well. So you can use the chat feature, or you can use, the questions and support section, whichever one kind of works for you. And then anything else, if you go here, when you join, it'll kind of walk you through, how to sync your calendar and then some of the first steps as well. And all of this information is also in the section, so you know exactly where to go, the next steps. Don't get overwhelmed, just take it one step at a time, and I will make sure that I'm here to support you through all of that.